I'm back with another video of the LeMans Overall Winner cars in 132 scale slot cars. So I covered the first 11 years and it was 10 cars because you can see here that orange line means there was never a 132 slot car of the 1956 Jaguar. So we covered 11 years and 10 cars, 10 different cars at one. And now we're up to the 1960 to 1969. And take a look at this. This is interesting. So from 60 all the way down to 65, that's 6 years, Ferrari swept it. And they're really beautiful cars. I'm going to show those in this video now. And then you could see I have a decent amount of them. I have some duplicates, but the red means I didn't get it. And a lot of them are resin cars. The racer version of this car I didn't get. But if we look at the second half of the decade, it was all dominated 4 years winning the GT40s. So, and you can see here by the black here, I have a lot of those. So we're going to cover that separately so we could show all the different versions of the cars, how they compare, who made the best version of the cars, etc. All right, and we left off with the Aston Martin in 1959. Now we're going to start with the 1960 Ferrari 250 Testarossa, 5960. So that's up right now. All right, first up is the 1960 overall winner of Le Mans, the Ferrari 250 Testarossa, 59/60. Those are the years, I guess. And it's made by Slot Classic, that excellent company out of Spain. And here I have the a little decal I made. I made these decals and I put it in a box. It comes in a cardboard box without a window, so for display purposes, I put it in this box. It might be a slotted box. It was a run of 500 cars. So let's take it out and take a look. I have it held on here with a magnet. Okay, so beautiful car. They do beautiful work. This comes fully assembled. A lot of nice details. I love those lights like that, those kind of pieces they use for the lights. They use metal parts that are not etched metal, but they might be called pot metal or something, but they use a lot of metal parts, which you really don't see too many other companies using. The mufflers are that, these knockoffs. Very nice looking plastic spoke tires. Lots of nice details. Like I said, it comes completely. That's etched metal there. Nice driver, nice. Everything's nice, right? And then the way this car is mounted, it's on one of their chassis, one of their adjustable chassis, and it's got a plastic gear, not a very good quality gear. I'm surprised they didn't put a slotted gear. But rubber tires, standard motor. Most of these are going to be shelf queens, so they're not made for performance. So I don't know too many people who are driving these things around. So very nice job. Oh yeah, up in here is all pot metal too, probably. So that's our first winner. Next up is the 1961 winner. It's the Ferrari 250 TR61. So this was a proto slot kit, and we had some of them in the first run of the first set of cars I showed. And this is a painted kit, and I put it together. So I have that extra decal I added. This is a fly box, and let's take a look. Oh, okay. So this reminds me of what this is. This is a painted kit. It's just the body kit. And it's, like I said, it's on a fly acrylic case with the platform, but it's also on fly chassis and running gear. So when you buy these kind of resin kits like this, the body kits, they'll tell you what donor chassis to use. And for this one, it was instructed to use the Ferrari 250 GTO chassis from Fly, and it all fits in there perfectly. So that's how this car. So this car came painted. I did the decals, all this clear plastic work that painted the driver. Really nice looking car. I like these little bulbs for the lights. Now the wheels, I'm not sure. These might have been some racer wheels I got that weren't really completed properly, because there should be 2 layers to that, but they still look good. And let's take a look at the front. Really nice detail in the front. Driver and the steering wheel, everything's pretty cool. Well done. Look at the little decal on the steering wheel. So that's the 1961 winner. And for that year, I have 2 cars to show. So I also got this LeMans miniatures. So that all the cars so far I showed, the first 2 cars and this car also, are resin. So this is the LeMans miniatures version of the car. And beautiful, they do beautiful work. I look at that driver. I love that driver. That's such a great looking driver. This comes fully assembled. I'm not sure why I bought I know I did the proto slot version first, because like I said, I usually don't build the cars if I could buy them. But this is very nicely done. I'm not going to take it off out of here. And, they're all shelf queens. I don't even have runaround versions of these Testarossas, but really nice looking models. So that, once again, is the 1961 winner. So next up, we have the 62 winner, and that is the Ferrari 330 TRI/LM. LM is LeMans. Not sure what the TRI is. And this was by MMK. This is a painted kit. And, I had to put it together, add the decals and the glass and all that kind of detail, paint all that silver part, paint this white part. It just comes, the red comes painted, and then you have to do the little details. But very nice car. Let me take it out. So MMK is a resin maker too. So far all the cars have been resin. So let's see how this one is, let's see. Very strong magnet, okay. On there with a very strong magnet. So I put this in a fly case and I add that magnet, and then it attaches to the motor and holds it together. So let's say what we did here. So I think it was up to me to do the chassis. It's got a tray with the driver, which I painted. MMK is not the best detailed of the resin makers, but sometimes they make a model that no one else made, like that Aston Martin. But really cool. So, all these things had to be added with little, like I would use the white glue for that. Very nice car. Resin pipes here. Now, what wheels are these? I'm not sure where I got these wheels from, but it looks like I put it on a Slot Classic adjustable chassis, and I use a Ninco NC1 motor, which is a nice motor for a vintage car. Oh, and it's got a red slotted 30-tooth gear. I believe that's a slot. It looks like it. Nice rubber tires. So this is the 1962 winner. So all these little pieces need to be applied on here. So it's a resin kit. But I have a good story about this. So I was building this kit. I got it from Electric Dreams. And I was doing this. So this has been stripped off, because what happened was I was putting in this brass insert for mounting the car. So, and when I was doing it, I was pressing it in. It was a tough fit, and this whole piece, you could see it here, pushed through the whole thing. All this piece here, boom, ruined the model. I was like, oh my God. So, oh my God. So I tried to strip it, and then strip the paint, repair it the best I could, and then, this was primer coat on it, and I was headed back in the right direction, but Electric Dreams, I called over there, and the guy was very cool, and he said, we have an incomplete kit that came in, and he sent me a replacement body, and that's what this is. So that's a very good company, Electric Dreams. This is before the people that are there now. This was probably quite a while ago, but I was very happy for that kind of customer service. So I bought a lot of cars there. Very good company. I can't say enough good things about them. And if you guys know them, they're doing these great races, and they're coining the phrase "slot cars are back." And the principal guy there does a lot of interviews with people, and it's a really good store and channel and good people, and thank goodness for them to keep this hobby going. So that was the 1962 winner. Like I said, Le Mans Miniatures made this too. I don't have that one. And, thankfully I was able to get the pieces to repair that, to make it whole again. All right, so we're up to 63. 63 is this car here. This is a Ferrari 250p, the 1963 winner. Now, this is by MMRC. I believe it's originally a monogram body kit that was repopped. It is on a special. So MMRC made this Clubman chassis. So, and no one, let me see. All right, so the 63 was also made by Racer. And the reason why I didn't buy the Racer one is they're a little bit bigger scale. And I didn't like the way this car looked. It looked a little what I call clunky. So this is a red. I was able to get a red kit and make my own water slide decals and decorate it. And then I put it on this Clubman chassis. So it's it's nice to have a variety of things in this Le Mans Winner Collection. And these little inserts come with the kit. Come with the body kit, and it's got like a regular motor. It looks like it's got a cool gear in there, and then like a 1/24 scale guide almost. Let's see, with the thick braid, rubber tires. So I'm going to show you what that kit looks like. So this car was not made by MMRC. It was not mass produced, but I was able to get the red body kit from the company and decorate it. Just did minimal painting. I didn't paint it. I just shined it up and, put it on a very cool chassis. Let me show you that chassis kit. That's right here, the MMRC Clubman chassis kit. And all the parts are in here to build this chassis, and it comes with a white body. It looks like this. They also made it with the GTO. Let's see, they made the GTO version. So these are the parts to make the chassis. It's pretty cool. So it's nice to have it with a nice injected molded plastic body, but also with a different chassis because. So that car was also made by Racer. In the next car for the 1964 winner is the same kind of car, the 275p. And this one is made by MMRC too, but this one was sold like this. This one was sold like this. So this is exactly how it came. And there were a lot of these made. Let's see, now this is screwed on. Let's take that off. I want to see what's going on underneath. So one of the things that I like better about the one I sort of custom made was it has water slide decals. This car came with stickers, but they're decent. They're decently applied. This came all painted like this, and this is the chassis. So you can see it's MMRC. It's got a magnet. Whoa, strong magnet. A regular plastic gear. And very simple tires. So, this isn't one I run, so it's really just, stock and a shelf queen. So this is the 1964 winner, and that was also made by Racer. And like I said, I didn't really like the racer version too much because it was bigger scale a little bit, maybe like 28 scale, 128. And I didn't like it that much. So, and they're $250. So, so I'm like, oh, I'll get that one too. So, all right, well, up to the last one, the 1965 winner. And I have 3 versions of that. So far, the 60, the 61, and the 62 winner were resin. And then the 63, 64 were injected molded plastic from MMRC. And now I have a combination of different things going on here. So let's start with this one first. This is another proto slot model. And this is the first model I bought from them. And I love this car. I was talking about that. And it's the Ferrari 250 LM, LM being Le Mans. And the 1965 winner. This is the proto slot version. And like I said, this comes as a painted kit. And then I decorated it. So let's take a look. How is it? It's on another fly chassis possibly because, oh no, you know what it is? The way this is, I feel this is a Ninco chassis because that's a Ninco connector, right? So they're a little different the way Ninco attached the cars and Fly. So let's see what it's on. Oh, okay, I remember now. This came with a resin chassis that he made, and I think I refined it a little. And then you would insert a Ninco motor pod, and that's a Ninco NC1 motor. And it's got like regular gear. Oh, this feels like it's locked up. No, it's okay. And what kind of guide? A Ninco spring guide. I think he sent the kit with the chassis, the body painted, and then I did all the decal work, this silver work here. I'm pretty sure I did all this little work here, the driver. So let's take a look at it. Beautiful car, right? Ninco wheels. That looks like Ninco spoke wheels from the classics. So this came out pretty cool. Etched metal underneath there. So this was an early one I did, and I was really happy with the way it came out. And he makes really nice kits. I believe he's in France. I'm not sure if he's still making stuff. So that's the first one. I have 3 from that year. So what we have here is you've seen this before. This is the racer version. I got so many cars all around here. The racer version, and I showed this off a lot in a couple of videos. And so I'm not going to take this out. I've showed this before, but, one of the nicest slot cars I have. And then last up, I have a Fly car that Fly made. So this is Fly's version. All right, 250 Le Mans, 1965 winner. They give you the drivers who drove the car. None of those names look familiar. And it's, really nicely done. I love this driver they used at one point. So let's get, now what is in here? Little Ferrari stickers. Not sure. Oh, okay. So they probably couldn't put the stickers on because of licensing. So they gave them separately. Interesting. I didn't add them on. So like right there's a dot, that yellow dot. The sticker probably goes underneath it. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That's interesting. So you have to apply them yourself. So that's how they get around. And it's not that the car's not licensed. It's just they're licensed a certain way, I think. Like, it can't be complete or it has to be a kit. But let's take a look at what they did. Very cool. And this is not resin. This is, it looks resin, but it's injected molded plastic. This is, more mass produced, not handmade. But almost just as nice of a finish. Really nice. So let's take a look at what they did on the front grille here. Yeah, similar. All right, so that's it.